Brothers. Brothers over 40, 50, and 60. It's a little hard these days trying to navigate the room when you at an event, social event, church, nightclub, any place, and you see that woman that you want to approach. And it feels kind of like it's different today, you know. You can't approach them the wrong way because then they might be insulted. Everybody is so sensitive these days. So first thing you want to do is read the room. Let's just figure that out. You walk into the place. Make sure first thing you dress to the nine. Got a list full of ladies. If it's that type of event, make sure you smelling good, your breath smelling good. Make sure you got on a little piece of jewelry. Make sure you clean, your nails clean, manicured, and then you see her across the room. You give her that look, right? You give her that look. So now, the first thing, flirting starts with the look. So you got to get her attention. Now, you can just approach right away if you done read the room and she ain't with nobody. She ain't married. She ain't, read the room. It ain't no rush. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So you focus in on it. You zero in on it. You see, okay, I dig that. You walk over to her, stand close near. Try to get the energy. Try to sense how to project your energy. You got to know how to project your energy. And there's a lot of ways to go about, but let's say you just walk up to her and say, how you doing? The old-fashioned way. I was standing across the room, and everybody disappeared. The only person who was left was you. And I decided to come over and introduce myself. Hi, my name is... Now, you done stuck your hand out. Make sure you have some fragrance on your hand. You already got fragrance on you. Take a little container in with you in the place or in the vehicle. Hit them hands. So when you shake your hand and she go to play in her hair or something, she smells you. Right? Scent. You already done hit her scent senses. If you're looking good, you already done hit her sight senses. If your voice sounds good and you're not stumbling over your words, and your voice is not all weird and scratchy, you cool. So she hear, visually she like what she see. Now it's about the content, and flattery will get you everywhere. But not too many compliments and nothing personal about the body. Please don't go in and say, damn, Ma, I hit that. Damn, Ma, you looking real good. I like what I see. I want some of that. That's later. That's later on down the line. But this particular time, she shakes your hand and she introduced herself. Okay, now you have a name. Compliment her and her name. Don't forget her name. Don't ask her in the middle of the conversation later, what's your name again? If you have to, say, damn, I couldn't stop looking at you. I forgot what you say your name was. You better clean that shit up. But anyway, so you say, what brings you here? We grown now. We 40, 50, 60 years old. So it's a lot of questions. No interrogation. Hopefully she don't interrogate you. It's the initial meeting. I just want to know your name. What brought you here tonight? Are you single? Some compliments, some flattery. Maybe we can split a cocktail, maybe not because you can't afford one, but it's a good joke. Like, hey, want to split a cocktail? 2 straws, 2 different drinks. I buy your own drink, whatever. Just get some conversation brewing. But then please have something to talk about. And I remember when I was a kid, I asked my brothers, I say, I don't know if I got no rap. That's what they called it back in the day. You ain't got no rap. And my brother, one of my older brothers, was like, man, rapping is just conversation. Just something that y'all might have in common. And just have enough to talk about. You know? I could take off a book off the bookshelf and talk about that for an hour. You can start off by complimenting her and her hair, and then the color of her hair, and did she know that the Egyptians wore woo-wop the bam? You know, it all depends on what kind of game you got and what kind of information you hold. But please make sure the conversation is flowing, and every once in a while slip in a compliment. And if you can be funny, the funnier you are, the closer to the draws you get. Funny, charming, sexy, you smelling good, you looking good. Damn. Before you leave, she might slip the panties in your jacket pocket or something. You might turn and look that way and she slipped them, you know, letting you know, hey, you're like, damn, this kind of, we won't get off to that yet. Anyway, man, but this is just me I'm telling you, brothers, how to be a little more relaxed and poised. It ain't the end of the world if she rejects you. The chances of her rejecting you is 50-50. Your chances go up of not being rejected by how you deliver, how you look, how you follow the rules, how you are not obnoxious and insulting and nasty. You know, always be a gentleman and a gangster, you know. And that's lessons later. Follow the channel for more information. I'm going to have plenty of lessons for you. Who am I? What qualifies me to give these pointers out? Because goddamn it, I'm the unapologetic apologist. I'm sorry, but not sorry.